On the marquee Jaybird, and the cat who runs the chat with the stats, Statman Surge. We are Don't Hassle Us, We're Local. We're not a Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We're not the Quad City Sports Talk radio show. We are your Quad City Sports Talk radio show. Welcome to the conversation, Quad Cities. But first, the Dawn. Good afternoon, Quad Cities. It's Earth Day today, April 22nd, 2021, Thursday here in the Quad Cities. A nice, comfortable 54 degrees out there. What a day. Finally, maybe from here on out, no more of those 30-degree days out there for us. We can get out and have some fun. In studio with me is Merrick Bray from SCW Pro. We haven't seen him in a couple weeks now. He went on a little vacay, but we're glad to have him back.
Happy to be here, as always, Jay.
Well, we didn't get a talk from 2 weeks ago, but how was WrestleMania for you?
WrestleMania was good, man. Two-night event. I prefer that. Rumor is they're going back to the single night next year.
I'd heard that.
And that sucks because I'm going to be there, and that's the longest day of my life. And I know I'm doing that thing that people hate where they're like, I want to go to WrestleMania. You're so ungrateful. Mm-hmm. But, like, I'm going to do that thing. And it's too long of a day. I don't want to sit there for 10 hours and watch all those wrestling matches. It's a fun experience. I'm excited. It's in Dallas. I love Texas. Yep. So it should be a good time. But, this year's WrestleMania was good. Most people say night one was better than night two, and I guess I'd agree. But, I just sat back and watched it with my kids as a fan, and I had a really good time.
I actually would say I enjoyed night one better than night two.
Yeah, I think most people would say that.
I also will say that although being someone who's seen every WrestleMania, and when I say that, I don't say it like I've gone through the network and gone back and forth watching them. Like, I'm talking about either I saw them on closed circuit television, pay-per-view, or I rode my bike up to Mr. Movies and rented it as soon as it came out. So I saw all this stuff way, when it was still in the hip, if you will. So at first I was like, a two-night event, nah. The only thing I don't like about it is I miss this Saturday night, even though it's pre-taped, the Hall of Fame ceremony type of thing.
Right. I didn't actually watch that this year. I
didn't watch any of it this year. I didn't know they had it.
I think it's on Peacock. Okay. I think you can go back and watch it if you want to. That just wasn't something that I did.
Yeah, obviously the big deal about Saturday night was the kickoff match was with Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and then obviously the final match of the night, which, that's their WrestleMania moment. Some people stole the show. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair.
Great match. I really liked that one.
I really looked forward to Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. It was okay. The whole this is for all the people out there that's ever been called stupid, like that he's being bullied by this little guy. It's
he's
like
this massive human being.
Come on, man. Like, I get it. You're right, but this storyline's a little bit too much for me here. Hate to see the idea of the Hurt Business faction kind of going to the wayside, but
yeah, a little premature there, in my opinion.
Other matches that kind of threw me off: the Nigerian drum match.
Yeah, I don't get it.
No drums were involved, but really, if you look at it, you got to look at the strides that the WWE is trying to make. Walking out of there, you've got. You've got Bianca Belair. She's a women's champion. You've got Bobby Lashley. Let's see. AJ and Osman.
Omos.
Yeah, because if you're a fan, you're an Homo sapien. Yeah. They won the title. Let's see. Street Profits have it, the other one?
Yeah, I do believe so.
Yeah.
I do believe so.
And then the Nigerian Apollo Creed, he has the Intercontinental. Big night for African Americans in the WWE, and it's I would, if I was a gambling man and you were to tell me. I mean, I actually storyline wise, I thought it was I thought Bobby Lashley was going to come out, but a gambling person knowing the history of the WWE, you would think that he's not going to retain the title.
Yeah, I definitely thought that Drew would be up in that match, just because he got his first championship victory kind of ruined at WrestleMania last year with no fans in attendance. So I thought maybe they'd kind of give them a redo this year.
It's kind of like a reward for carrying the company through this entire time.
Yeah, and it just didn't happen. So we'll see where it goes from there. But that's the thing about wrestling is everyone always they judge an incomplete product because the product is never complete. Like you don't know. The storyline's not over yet. They're going to continue some things down the line, and maybe look back in 2 or 3 years from now and see, whether it was good, bad, whatever. But it's like reading the first 2 chapters of a book and saying, this one's no good. I'm like, well, finish it. Let me know how it ends.
So again, it's time to rewrite the script. We'll see what it goes on from here on out with the WWE. But I did like the 2 nights. I'd be fine with it if they continued it. I think it's tough to do, especially when you can pack in that many to Dallas, and to ask somebody to spend that much money 2 nights in a row. If they want to go to the 2 nights, you don't have to.
Right.
But so one night, we'll see what happens. I think do they go back to California after this?
Yeah, I think it's Dallas and then Los Angeles, which will be exciting. I've actually personally never been to Los Angeles, and I'm very excited to see that new stadium that the Rams and the Chargers.
SoFi?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, pay attention to that. All right, moving on. Some news around the sports world. NFL has relaxed their jersey policy. We'll talk about that.
I don't like it.
You don't?
I don't like it. I might be the only one who doesn't, but I do not like it.
It's really strange that they just had it, because I just had this conversation with my kids, and they're like, huh? I was trying to explain, like, certain positions only get certain numbers, and they're like, well, so why? I was like, I don't know, just always been that way.
Somebody asked me to explain why I didn't like it, and I couldn't really explain it other than just doing the old man thing of, well, back in my day, these wide receivers. I mean, I remember growing up and receivers didn't wear numbers in the teens. They were wearing 80s exclusively, almost always. But yeah, no, man, it's not college. This is the pros, man. You gotta be a professional, and I don't like it. I don't like the single digits. I don't want to see a linebacker wearing number 3 hitting the hole.
They never, not a single other sport does this. Not the colleges, not pros.
I liked it.
They don't do this.
Plus, it was. I'm kind of like an idiot savant when it comes to jersey numbers. I remember everyone's jersey number, like kind of like always. Like if you were a relatively, like, not even like the star players, but like if you were just a good player for a team, even as far back as like 20 years ago, for the most part I can remember your number. Like I can just, and to me, part of that is, well, you either fit in this section of numbers or this section of numbers, and then I just close my eyes and go through the numbers in my head, and then I can just visualize which number they wore. And now I'm like, you added like 40 numbers to the option pile here. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for me.
Well, the competition committee voted to pass a proposal which was made by the Kansas City Chiefs, so you can hate them if you want to for this, and it's going to loosen the number of restrictions. Basically, all skilled players will now be allowed to wear single-digit numbers if they want.
But not next season.
Oh no, it's effective this upcoming season.
They can, but they have to buy out the inventory of the jerseys.
They have to buy out the inventory of the previous jerseys from official distributors. If they wait until 2022, it will cost them nothing.
So basically, if you are a football jersey collector like myself, don't buy any jerseys this year.
Quarterbacks. The numbers that are allowed for the quarterbacks, 1 through 19.
So that's the same.
Yeah. Running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends have now opened it up from 1 through 49 and 80 and 89. Offensive linemen.
So you're going to have running backs wearing like 82, like they're all Ty Montgomery out here, number 88. I'm telling you, dude.
Well, I had a friend growing up in college, growing up, I guess, still same thing. He would remember phone numbers back before you put them in your cell phones.
Yeah.
He'd just be like, he'd use it by football players' numbers.
I would do the same for like math problems or something, when you had to memorize different things. But
all right, I said the offensive linemen 50 through 79, defensive linemen 50 through 79, and also including 90 through 99. Linebackers 1 through 59 or 90 through 99. Cornerbacks and safeties 1 through 49. And kickers and punters 1 through 19. So
really, the offensive lineman got screwed out. of this deal.
Yeah, they don't get it. They
like,
they
sorry.
don't, yeah, they don't get to.
You have to stay exactly the same,
Yeah,
fat boys.
they don't have to. They don't get to address themselves, I guess, by their number that they choose. They don't get it. They don't. It doesn't expand very much to them.
You don't want to see a 350-pound guard wearing the number 2 on his jersey.
No, that wouldn't seem right at all. It's like, well, change the font. That's what you would be saying. Something's not right there.
You need more coverage, more nipple coverage for Solomon Kinley here.
Absolutely. Major League Baseball, the Twins keep finding ways to lose games, so that's fun.
The A's keep finding ways to win games.
Yeah, 11 straight wins for them. That's the most they've had since the Moneyball year of 2002 when they won 20 straight.
Thank you, Brad Pitt.
Yeah, thank you for that. And I think there's a couple other streaks going on right now in sports. The Knicks won their 8th straight victory. It's their franchise's longest winning streak since 2014, and they are
Do we feel good for Knicks fans because they've just endured losers for so long, or do we feel like we don't care because they're Knicks fans?
That's a good question because, one, you have to now gauge your interest in the NBA, and I think mine peaks a little bit around the time of playoffs when it's going to happen, and the playoff games. And I know, again, talk about rule changes that you don't like. There's a lot of people out there that don't like the play-in games in the NBA because why play the 82 games when all of a sudden you don't get it is, and a lot of teams make it, but the revenue's there, people like it. It's a little bit more eyeballs out there. I understand that. Growing up, not being a big fan of the Knicks.
Yeah. I grew up a Bulls fan.
Yeah,
so
and that would be it.
Yeah, I really don't like the Knicks at all, and John Starks. And although I kind of always had a soft spot for Patrick Ewing just because he was just this like big old dude who always looked old when he was like 22.
Yeah.
He looked like he was 52. Like he looks the same age now, and he's like legit in his 50s.
Like you just want to sit next to him and be like, tell me stories about old times.
Yeah, can you tell me about the Civil War, Patrick Ewing?
So I think it's a feel-good story. It's interesting to see where it goes, but they haven't had a winner in so long.
So you almost feel good for some of their fans, but usually Knicks fans are not good people. So
I'm just not a big fan of New York in general, so it's kind of like I don't care that much. But I'll be paying attention to that. And we mentioned the A's, and then the Vegas Golden Knights won their 8th straight win, and they became the first NHL team this season to clinch a playoff berth. So that's going on all over the place. In the preseason for Major League Baseball, home runs were being hit. The idea of the dead ball that we've talked about was kind of going to the wayside, the philosophy of that. And that has completely changed now that regular season has started. And I know we're only 3 weeks into 15, 16 games, depending on the teams, how many they're at, 15, 16, 17. But going into yesterday's action, Major League hitters were batting .232 collectively. 5 points below the single worst season in Major League Baseball history.
How much of that do you think has to do with the weather? It's been cold. It's been snowing in a lot of cities.
True.
All of
snow
those
today in Pittsburgh.
Spring training games are played in warm weather sites, and the ball carries better in warmer weather. So you maybe wonder if this will correct itself come the end of May, June, July. So I don't know if I'm too concerned about it. And also, I'm an Indians fan, and we can't hit the ball for crap anyways. All we got is pitching, so I'm all about it.
You guys can't hit. Let's just go through this. Since 1900, just 11 teams have batted .220 or worse. So far this season, 9 teams are on pace to join them. The Orioles, the Giants, the Rangers, the Mariners, the Tigers, the Brewers, the Indians, the Yankees, and the Cubs.
I must have players exclusively from those teams on my fantasy team,
like
judging by how this has been going so far.
Right now, Giants are flip-flopping between 2nd and 3rd in the NL West. The Mariners actually lead the AL West. Brewers are, I think as of yesterday, they were in 2nd place. They might be 3rd. Cincinnati's leading that division, and they're only batting .209. Indians, you guys have to be stuck at like 2nd or 3rd in that division right now. And they're hitting .209. Yankees are at the bottom of the AL East at .205, and the Cubs are hitting .201 as a team.
Not good.
So, like you said, it could have something to do with the weather, but there's all kinds of things. Like they changed like the angle of the bump and spin rate's higher. I don't know. Like, it is a little crazy, and for a game that is slow, that they're worried about it, you would think they'd rather juice the ball than deaden the ball.
I mean, what's everyone's favorite baseball season of the last 25 years?
Yeah, it wasn't mine.
Sorry. But I mean, Sosa McGuire going after the home run record.
I'll tell you, I was
what year was that? 98. I was 12 years old. To me, I hadn't cared about baseball outside of, for some reason, I cared about the Yankees-Braves World Series when I was in elementary school. I don't know why. I thought that one was cool. Mm-hmm. But I hadn't cared about baseball in my life until that home run race. And that's what kind of drew me in and was like, oh, baseball is kind of cool. And you learn about the history of the game, learning about Roger Maris and different famed home run hitters. And then you got to watch these guys, go at it, and you didn't care, or you didn't know, but you didn't care if they were juicing or whatever it took to be able to do what they did. But I just know from my perspective as a 12-year-old, it was exciting, and that was appointment viewing. I watched the game where Mark McGwire broke the single season record with that little tiny shot over left field wall there. I watched that live as a 12-year-old, and that might have been one of the first times I sat down and watched an entire baseball game from start to finish. So I don't know. I thought it was cool.
Do you know who he hit it off of?
Why do I almost? No,
I watched the game too. So as much as I say it wasn't my favorite season, I watched it too. And just at that moment, I was like, always remember that name. It will be a trivia question at some point. So we'll put that out there in the Harrington's Pub Facebook comment thread. Who gave up the home run to break?
Don't Google it.
Roger Maris' 61 record, who to Mark McGwire's 62nd. So then right after that, 3 years later, you've got Barry Bonds. The thing about, you mentioned the asterisk. That's a good thing about that type of season is because you start to learn the history because the asterisk starts to come up. First time really that I remember that happening for me was the summer of 87 when Mark McGwire was on his way his rookie year and he hit 49 and people start talking about the home run race. You have the same thing happen when Cecil Fielder had a good run, I think, and I think Kevin Mitchell had a run in 89. Cecil Fielder had one in 1990. There was a weird one in like 95 with Brady Anderson. I think he ended up hitting 55 that year.
Interesting.
That was the one where everyone points to, oh yeah, steroids were coming strong here at this point. The Brady Anderson year is the laughable one. So the Barry Bonds season, I remember where I was for that one too. I remember watching it. I remember watching the post game. Still, one of the craziest things I've ever seen was afterwards, Sean Dunston interrupting Barry Bonds as he's giving they put him on like a stage type of thing to talk about a address that he just broke Mark McGwire's single season record. Sean Dunston coming up, interrupting him, saying like, you owe me, I think it was something dumb like a car. Like, you owe me a car. And Barry's like, yeah. And he's like, no, man, I told you before the season you were going to break this record. And we bet on it. And he's like, yeah, I did. And he's like, no. And it was just kind of like, yeah, we can talk about this later, Sean.
Yeah, right. We don't have to do this right now.
I'm on ESPN and Major League Baseball Network and everything else. So it was, but and it goes back to, do you remember the commercial that was a few years before that? That's right. I want to say it was like 96, maybe 97 with Glavine and Maddox. I think that was just those two. I feel like it might be one more who was on that Brave staff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Smoltz was there.
Yeah.
And they were hitting. They watched people taking hitting practice, and then they started doing it. And the whole slogan was "Chicks dig the long ball."
I remember that slogan for sure.
So it's true for a game that wants it to be sped up and everything. It's not the best thing for it, but it's not easy to do. You have boys, they play sports. I have kids, they play sports. And we all know it sucks to strike out. Nobody wants to.
Yeah.
But when you have to explain it to them, as much as nobody wants to learn math, and my kids don't want to, I still have to explain it to them that the best hitters go up there to the plate and get sat down 7 out of 10 times, and they're considered good hitters.
And my youngest, he's really big into playing baseball right now. He's on a coach pitch team, and he is so competitive. He hates losing. And I told him, I'm like, baseball is about losing. Unless you're like a pitcher, if you're a batter and like you said, 7 out of 10 times, you're going to fail and still be considered one of the greatest to ever do it. And I told him, I'm like, you have to get comfortable with losing. That's what baseball's all about.
Yeah. And it's funny because there's all kinds of stories when baseball, softball, whatnot. I saw someone posted today, I think, I want to say, I think it was Broderson shared something. It was a quote by Griffey, and it was, you lose, you wear your smile, you show up to work the next day, play the game. You win, you wear your smile, you show up to work the next day, play the game. And it's true. And you're trying to explain that to when you get into practicing and you're getting closer, and we're getting closer and closer to our season for softball, and we're trying to practice with a purpose, practice like it's game, instead of like lollygagging through it, all that stuff. Yeah. And, we had him through a situation, and we were discussing like our pitcher and our team versus a live hitter, and how our pitcher had the competitive spirit in her. She wanted to sit him down. And one of our players was like, well, that's rude. And we have to stop and be like, that's not rude.
No, that's sports.
When you're batting or pitching, there's the outcome's the same. Either the batter's is trying to knock the pitcher out of the game, and the pitcher's trying to put the batter's rear end on the bench. It's that simple. And you got to decide which side you're going to be on. But one just gets you one time. But that's the beauty of baseball and softball is there's always going to be another at bat, a pop fly, a ground ball, another opportunity to make up for it. But like I said, it's this is the 14th straight season that the pitchers are on pace to set a record for strikeouts per 9 innings. Right now, they're on pace at 9.4. So
how about Shane Bieber? Tying Nolan Ryan there. Most strikeouts through first four starts of a season ever. Number 1, Nolan Ryan and Shane Bieber. Number 2, Nolan Ryan.
Yeah. I'm surprised DeGrom's not in there somewhere. With the way he throws, and then he's just getting zero support when he gets on that mound.
Oh, yeah.
In the last 2 years, it's something disgusting.
Yeah, and they're projected to be better this year with the additions that they made, most notably Lindor, to my dismay. But yeah, he picked up his first win his last time out. He's on my fantasy team. That's the only reason I know this.
Gotcha. All right, before we go to our first break, Dodgers. I don't know why it's Dodgers that's making this news because the San Francisco Giants have already started this. But if you want to go to a Dodgers game or the Giants, you could go into your own section, Merrick.
Just rent an entire section?
No. You and up to 1,000 other people could go into this because it can add 1,000 people to attendance. You could go. I couldn't.
What?
It's a fully vaccinated section.
Oh, very nice. Yeah.
You do not have to social distance, but you still have to wear a mask. The Dodgers are about to unveil this.
Fancy.
It's in the Loge level. It's right next to the visiting bullpen. Tickets are anywhere between $121 to $143. Fans 16 and older must provide documentation showing that they are at least 2 weeks have passed since the final vaccination dose. Does that mean their social media post? Is that the verification?
I don't know. I definitely posted mine on
Did you?
Yeah. I think my last one was like, I'm fully vaccinated. Who wants to make out? Tongue out face or whatever.
Yeah. So I wonder if you could just be like, see, I posted my picture because I haven't seen enough of those. Anyway, children must show proof of a negative COVID-19 test within 72 hours. So I guess it's under 16. Yeah.
Interesting.
The Giants already have a similar section. And like I said, that moves them up by 1,000. And it's reported that other teams will actually follow suit in the next week.
You know what they should do if they play your game?
Tell me.
If they're trying to be social activists here and encourage people to get their vaccines, they should offer discounted tickets in the vaccinated section. So not only can you go and you can sit in close groups with other fully vaccinated people, but your ticket is cheap. Maybe you got a $12 ticket that day because you're fully vaccinated. And then how many people who are like, I wasn't going to get the vaccine, but $12 ticket sounds real nice. I'm going to go get that thing. And, maybe we'll all come out of this a little bit sooner.
That is a good idea, actually.
I think a lot of businesses should do that. Like Krispy Kreme. They gave me the idea because Krispy Kreme was offering free donuts. You got one free donut every day through the end of the year if you were fully vaccinated.
Really?
Actually, you didn't even have to be fully vaccinated. You had to just have your first shot. And you could go to Krispy Kreme, show your documentation, and get one free glazed donut every day through the end of 2021. And I was like, man, if every business did this, offered some sort of discount or free item for being fully vaccinated, you know how many people that weren't going to get the vaccine would be like, wait, you're saying I can get a free Big Mac if I get vaccinated? I'm in.
Yeah.
It would work.
Can you imagine if you could just eat for free all day? Just like
because you got vaccinated?
In the morning, you get a donut, and then you maybe pay for $1 coffee. You could get a Big Mac.
I think we
for lunch.
deserve this after the year we went through last year. I think we all deserve this as Americans.
No, I do like the baseball idea. I don't know if that would. I don't really have. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I'm not an anti-masker. I'm not a mask hole. I'm not any of the above. I wear it if I remember. I'm more times out of not. I'm gonna walk towards the door at Hy-Vee and go, oh crud, I forgot about it.
Turn around and grab it.
And then the only time it'll ever get me is like if I completely forgot it, like not in my car, and then
it's like at home.
Yeah, and then I have that like debate in my head, like, is someone going to point something out? And then I get angry, but it's my fault. It's not anything else. But I'm like, they don't need to really worry about masks, but it's really my fault. But I'm trying to justify
you're placing the blame on someone else.
I mean, I've done it before where I've forgotten it and gone in and out to like a quick star, and like as I checked out, just be like, hey, I'm not a huge jerk. Like I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this to make like a political statement. I'm just really dumb.
And I needed this Gatorade.
And they're like, yeah, it's fine. Like, don't worry about it. Like, are you okay? Like, sir? Like,
are you having a bad day?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm having a bad year. I guess all of us are. You don't have enough time to talk to me about this, Cheryl. But and I'm not wearing a mask. So.
I'll tell you what, though, if you let's say you lived in Minneapolis and they said fully vaccinated, you get $10 tickets to Twins games.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you'd get those shots, and you'd be going to a lot of Twins games.
I bet you I would. I would feel like, man, I'm really falling for this, but yeah, I probably would. I'd be like, yeah, it's all worth it.
Yeah, I mean, you can't beat that.
And so, did you get yours through a provider, or?
I went through. So I had actually started following a Twitter account just for. They would post appointments that were available on their Twitter and in which counties and which websites. And they said a lot were available at different Hy-Vees. And so every day I would check because I wanted to just get it out of the way, get it done. I put on live events. I'm around a whole bunch of different people all the time. I was like, I need to just get this out of the way. And so I was checking every day for like a week, and there was never an appointment available. And then one day I was just driving home from work in the afternoon, and I checked, and it said appointment available today. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not even sure if I'm eligible. So I clicked on it. I started filling out information, fully expecting them to kick me off the website and say, no, you're not eligible. I got through the full registration process, and they were like, okay, your appointment's today at such and such time. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to show up, and then they're going to tell me I can't get it. I showed up. They didn't ask any questions. And this was before April 5th when they opened it to everyone. So this was supposed to still be people who were of a certain age or whatnot. But I think it was only just a couple days before. Mm-hmm. So I think since it was so close, they were just like, let's do this. So I showed up. They didn't ask any questions. They put the shot in my arm, and they said, come on back in a few weeks.
Now, did you feel under the weather at all?
I did not, no.
Okay.
I had a sore arm for both shots, first and second shot, just a sore arm for a couple days. But I was one of the lucky ones. I do know a lot of people who did have side effects and felt nauseous and ill. I know somebody who had almost like a rash on her stomach just for a day. But I didn't know anyone who had such severe side effects that they had to go to a doctor or be hospitalized or anything like that. Most people just felt like they were fatigued and slightly nauseous for a handful of hours, never more than a day. So for me, I feel like that's a price to pay. I'd be willing to pay that price. Luckily, I didn't have to. But, for us to get back to normal and be able to congregate and do the things we want to do.
Yeah, I figure if I get mine, I'm not going to do it through like a Walgreens or CVS or Hy-Vee. It's just not.
Yeah.
That's just sorry. I just want my doctor to do it.
I went to the West Kimberly Hy-Vee because that was the only Hy-Vee that had an appointment available that day, and they were renovating their pharmacy, and I genuinely had to get my first shot in like a closet next to like toilet paper and paper towels and stuff. And the dude who did it was like this really jacked dude, and he was like like wore the tiniest T-shirt I've ever, or like the tiniest button-up I've ever seen. And I was like, "We get it, bro. You have muscles." Like,
yeah, you're gonna work out after
I
this.
was like, "Don't snap
Me
that
too.
needle off of my arm or anything." You know. He looked like he had some experience with needles, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes, there you go. All right, before we go to break, tell everybody about your guys' first live event.
We are so excited this Saturday. So what's today? Thursday.
Today's
days.
Thursday, yeah.
2 days away. We return to live action for the first time since last September. 7 p.m. start time at the Beer Stube in Moline, Illinois. Tickets are just $10. Masks are required, but just show up, enjoy yourself, drink a few beers, have a good time. Let's get back to normal. The weather's looking nice. It should be in the low 60s that day. No rain in the forecast. There are going to be some of those. Oh, you know, what do you call them in the bar scene with the outdoor heaters or whatever?
That's about it. Outdoor
okay,
heaters,
outdoor heater. Yeah, looks like I got it there.
Yeah.
There are going to be some outdoor heaters there to keep everybody warm if it gets a little chilly after sundown. But like I said, this Saturday, Moline, Illinois, the Beer Stube, 7 p.m. start time, $10 tickets, SCW Pro. It's going to be a fantastic night of professional wrestling. Every title on the line.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about some things going on in the sports world, look at some scores, and then we got more mock drafts to do. T-Roy's going to be joining us. Merrick Braves in studio with us. This is Don't Hassle Us, we're local. But first, I want to tell you about Locals Love Us. Quad City, stop going to your favorite social media sites asking for suggestions where to get your oil changed, who does the best tattoo work, or the best places for lunch in the Quad Cities. All of the above. Best burger. You guys know it. You've seen it on social media. It drives you nuts. You roll your eyes, but yet you also leave comments every time for those people. Just tell them to go to Locals Love Us. Pick up your guide. That's all over the Quad Cities. It's easy to navigate and go on there online. It also has a table of contents to help you find whatever you're looking for. So a lot of times when people say this stuff, like what it is, I just usually go to Locals Love Us. Then I go to the site, the table of contents. I cut and paste it, and I put it in comments here. Go to this. So that's their website, localsloveus.com. Click on Quad Cities and then browse your favorites. So easy to use. They even rank the most popular places for you. That's Locals Love Us, your guide to the best.
Snapping necks and cash.
You like that? You like that?
Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah! This is Tyson Blazer, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local on ESPN 1170 AM.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. Now, Town Square has new tools that can help your business stand out and grow today. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free local market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses in town are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too with Town Square. Plus, be one of the first business owners to sign up with Town Square and receive $500 in free advertising on this radio station. Start growing your business today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. That's GetLocalCustomersNow.com.
So you say you're in the market for a truck or sedan. Maybe your family needs a minivan. Perhaps you just want a little coupe. Well, you can find them all at Weber Auto Group. WeberAutoGroup.com.
Visit Weber Auto Group's brand new showroom in Silvis. They have vehicles based on what you want or need this spring savings season. With over 260 vehicles in stock, ride off in the car of your dreams.
WeberAutoGroup.com.
Let me get right back to you. Sandra, those banners go out tonight. Can you pack them?
Indeed, knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
On machine 4?
Like at Monica's print shop. To fulfill orders on time, she needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Of course, we have everything you need for that big brake job. Right now, you can save 15% when you buy any Duralast brake pads and any 2 Duralast rotors. It's a great way to save while you take on the full job. Oh, and one tip. Go for a nice, easy drive after you finish the job. It'll help break in your new brakes. For more tips, visit AutoZone.com/DIY. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Run with us on a John Deere Z365R Z-Track mower. Built for taking it easy. With the Easy Change 30-second oil change system. And standard mulch control to control your clippings without any extra effort. Because lawns aren't just for mowing, they're for living. Nothing runs like a deer. Get a new Z300 Series zero-turn mower with 0% APR for 24 months at your John Deere dealer today. For additional cost information, please call toll-free 1-800-226-8903.
Fun, saving money. Not fun, utility bills. Fun, generating your own clean, renewable energy. Not fun, flushing dollar bills down the toilet. Fun, calling Square One Solar for a no-pressure, free in-home estimate and getting a free solar phone charger. Not fun, paying your electric bill for the rest of your life. Let Square One Solar show you the benefits of solar. Over a decade of solar experience. Financing available, and for a limited time, buy one solar panel, get one free. Get your free solar analysis today. Square One Solar. Make the solar switch.
I'm Kyle Montgomery with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Eagles declined to name Jalen Hurts their starting quarterback Wednesday. New head coach Nick Sirianni said the early offseason process and desire for competition at every position is the reason he wouldn't declare Hurts the starter. Jaguars GM Trent Baalke said the Jags have fielded calls for the number 1 overall pick, but they'll hold on to the selection. Clemson QB Trevor Lawrence is widely expected to be taken by Jacksonville. Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields has confirmed to NFL teams during the pre-draft process that he's managing epilepsy, according to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero. Doctors do expect Fields to outgrow his condition. It'll be history in the making as the future stars of the NFL take center stage live from Cleveland. The 2021 NFL Draft presented by Verizon starts Thursday, April 29th in prime time on NFL Network, ABC, and ESPN. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
What's in store for your business this week at Staples?
Printing you new signs for the times.
Get back to business with custom printed signs and sales materials. Staples has hundreds of designs to choose from, or just upload your own.
And now at Staples, get 15% off signs, posters, or decals when you spend $75 or more.
Some items printed same day when ordered before 2 p.m.
Save big on custom printing at Staples.
Ends 5/29/21. Exclusions apply. Limit one offer per customer. See store associate or visit staples.com/signage for details.
Together we can learn, educate ourselves, and make a difference for our communities in need during this year's NFL Draft. Join players, teams, and fans from around the country in the NFL Draft-a-thon, a 2-day live stream and virtual fundraiser focusing on real issues facing our hardest-hit communities today. It all starts Thursday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Visit NFL.com/draftathon to watch and find out how you can join the NFL's pandemic recovery efforts.
Join the conversation. Follow ESPN 1170 AM on Facebook and Twitter. The Quad Cities sports leader is ESPN 1170.
Welcome back, everybody. T-Roy in the house with Merrick Brave and Jay Bird. I was listening the entire time. These two are great.
You were listening.
I almost just stayed out in the car and listened the entire time.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what. We had an interesting conversation. You were there when we were talking. I mean, you were listening when we were talking about the NFL relaxing their jersey.
The numbers, yeah, I heard that. Merrick's against it. Jay, I didn't really get your take on it.
I don't want to. He's right. I don't want to see a lineman wearing 2. I don't want to see some 325. I know it's not, but sooner or later someone's going to go, this infringes on my individualism.
Yeah,
I prefer to be known as a 2, not a.
I think they're just taking in the more the college approach to it, because a lot of these players coming out of college, college kind of has that where if you're any sort of back, quarterback, running back, fullback, linebacker, defensive back, you can have the single digits.
No, they can have any number in college. It doesn't matter.
Oh, I don't know.
The only thing that was new in college last year was the number 0, which is kind of weird.
I think the way it is set now by times and standards, I would say that most people's idols at certain positions have all worn a certain number, and just kind of goes that way these days. So, being the kid whose mother screwed and scarred him for life, and she'll never be forgiven.
Mm-hmm.
In 7th grade football, and Eddie will probably remember this. We had this one place in Waterloo that made jerseys for Western Immediate at the time. And, they're 8th grade and 7th grade teams. So you asked for your number as long, whatever, they kind of went down the line, and if no one else had your number in your grade, you got it. Well, my mother knows nothing about sports. I mean, she's just sports ignorant, if you will. She can read a book in 2 seconds, but she can't figure out anything on sports. I sent her by herself to get my jersey.
Uh-oh.
And I was a quarterback. My favorite quarterback, Roger Staubach. I wanted number 12.
In my backyard.
I wanted number 12. Well, she gets there, and they tell her number 12 has been taken. Well, it hadn't been. I knew it hadn't been because it was taken in the 8th grade, but not in the 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
So, in her sports wisdom, she did remember that I liked Randy White in 54.
Oh, yeah.
So I was the only quarterback that I know of ever in life that wore 54.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting because...
And when you're in 7th grade, the kids make fun of you for that.
Yeah. Well, I was a linebacker in high school, and I wanted 54 because my favorite linebacker was Zach Thomas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I was given number 86.
Oh, so you went through it too. Yeah. Did anybody make fun of you for having 86 as linebacker?
No, I didn't get to play a whole lot. No,
I
just irritated him. And then she acted like it wasn't that big of a deal. I'm like, it's a huge deal, lady.
Get over it. Yeah.
God, you know what? Her birthday's Monday. I'm not getting her anything for her birthday now.
That's
what
she
you get.
gets.
Get her.
That's right. You remember that. You act like it wasn't a big deal. Now, guess what? It's not a big deal that you don't get a birthday present either.
Yeah, old lady.
Get her a jersey with the number 54 on it.
Ooh, I should.
I don't know if it's been...
that all being said, a long way to a short story. I
wonder when the NFL stopped allowing them to wear the number 000.
I love the number 00.
I don't really care what number they wear, I guess.
All right,
I guess I'm different than you guys.
Let's roll down this since we're here. The best position player to ever wear 00 is considered to be Jim Otto.
Yeah.
The center for the Oakland Raiders.
That's because 00 is called like Ott, right? That's like that's the nickname for that number.
Sure.
It's like Ott.
Yeah.
And he's got 200. All right, the best number 1 of all time?
Warren Moon.
9 Pro Bowl appearances, 1990 Offensive Player of the Year, Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2006. Who's the runner-up? Who's the honorable mention?
I don't
Tua Tagovailoa.
I don't remember any other ones.
Cam Newton, yeah, there you go. Best to ever wear 2.
That's tough.
I don't know. I don't remember.
The tone in your voice is like you sound like you're angry already.
It's either quarterback or kicker.
Yeah,
Doug
actually,
Flutie?
yeah. Oh,
Doug Flutie wore number 2, or
Doug
was he
Flutie
22?
wore number in college. He wore number 22. In the pros, he wore number.
He did wear 22.
9.
He wore a lot of uniforms.
7. He wore number 7.
I prefer more my Canadian Football League Doug Flutie than I do the NFL Flutie. So I only really know what he did for the Grey Cup. The most famous number 2 is Matt Ryan.
Oh, there you go. Okay, all right. What number did Manziel wear? Was he a 2?
I don't know.
Oh, he did in college. Yeah.
He was a deuce, all right.
Best number 3?
Number 3. But
Babe Ruth.
You're putting me on the spot here.
Is NFL.
Oh, NFL number 3. Russell Wilson.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's a good one.
It's Russell Wilson. The rest are just kickers. That in the honorable mention way.
Number 4 is easily Brett
Favre.
Probably honorable mention Adam Vinatieri.
Adam Vinatieri is in the honorable mention. So is Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Number 5.
Donovan
Johnny
McNabb.
Huh?
Donovan McNabb.
Yeah, that's where I would have
Joe
gone
Flacco?
too. But there's an interesting one in here.
Number 5.
Someone who's got 2 Pro Bowl appearances, 2-time All-Pro, 1961 NFL MVP, Super Bowl champion 66, NFL champion 60, 61, 62.
These sound like years you might be familiar with.
Remember the
Jay,
Pro
not
Football
me.
Hall of Fame in 1986?
Bart Starr.
No.
No.
Running back.
Number 5?
Uh-huh.
Can't tell you.
Paul Hornung.
I knew it was a Packer.
Number 6, the best of all time.
Jay Cutler.
It is, according to the website Stadium Talk, which came out with this in March of this year. Jay Cutler, number 6, the best of all time. And that's because he's got up against the likes of Thomas Morstead, Bubby Brister, and Joe Nedney.
And Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Number 7.
John Elway.
It's John Elway, yeah.
Number 8, Steve Young.
Troy Aikman.
Oh, I like this. This is a good one. According to the website, it is Steve Young. Honorable mention goes to Troy Aikman, then Mark Brunell, then Matt
Aikman's
Hasselbeck.
way better than Young. Super
Get
Bowls.
out of here.
Whatever. Rings.
Get out of here.
Whatever.
Wait, Steve Young has rings too.
One.
What?
One.
He's a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Backup quarterback twice. Okay.
Carson Wentz got a ring too.
Super Bowl MVP?
Aikman got an MVP.
2-time NFL MVP.
I don't know if he had NFL, but he had Super Bowl MVP, and he won 3 of them.
Let's just agree that they both
Aikman
had...
is Aikman, and by the way, I think Aikman wins the head-to-head contest.
Are you talking about concussions head-to-head?
They do
well,
say...
they probably even there.
Yeah, pretty even.
It does say in this site this is a toss-up between the two, so they do give a
Better
nod.
be a toss-up. And it's Aikman. It's Stick It, whatever site that is.
Number 9.
Drew Brees.
Tony Romo.
Fantastic. No, it's Drew Brees.
What?
Yeah, I know.
It's gotta be Tony Romo.
Stafford and McNair and Sonny Jurgensen get the honorable mention.
I'll take
there.
Romo over McNair any day.
10.
Any day
I'll
of the
tell
week.
you, I'm taking at 10.
Who?
Eli Manning.
Oh boy.
Because he provided my favorite football game of all time
Fair.
when the Giants beat the undefeated Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Eli Manning leaves a bad taste in everyone's mouth.
Love him.
Who's at 10? Is it not? Is it Eli?
No, he's a
dude.
yeah, he's some old dude. Yeah,
Some old
Fran
dude.
Tarkenton.
I was gonna say Tarkenton.
Number 11.
Denny White.
That falls right into your
Now we're getting into receivers. What was? No. Oh, gosh.
Was it Julio Jones?
Ooh, interesting.
He's honorable mention.
Yeah, you're gonna get to
Dan
QBs
Marino?
too.
No.
He was
No,
13.
come
He
on.
was 13.
13.
He will be number. There's nobody else that can compare at 13.
Kurt Warner.
But not. No. I don't know.
Yeah, like you want to make that argument, and you're like, wait, I'm not doing that. Yeah.
I don't know. Number 11.
Who's number 11?
Larry Fitzgerald.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
See,
I can live with
Merrick's
that.
right now. It's going to get a little bit. Number
Gets tougher.
12.
Tom Brady.
Whatever. Roger Staubach.
Yeah, he's in an honorable mention. So is Joe Namath. He
Terry
shouldn't be Terry
Bradshaw?
Bradshaw, but yeah, it's
Here's the deal.
Tom Brady.
The Roger Staubach was the original Captain America, and he fought in the Vietnam War. What did Tom Brady do?
It's pretty great.
That's
Sorry.
He bagged Giselle Bundchen.
yeah.
That is not as big as shooting down.
Your number 13 is, in fact,
Dan
Marino. Odell Beckham Jr. is an honorable mention. Don Maynard and Kurt Warner. Number 14. Oh, yeah.
14. Jaws?
Mm,
No.
I think he wore. I think he was higher. I think he was like 17 or 16.
Okay, let's see. 14. Number 14.
Older than you.
Is it Chargers quarterback?
Yep.
Why can I picture this?
Oh,
Chargers?
Dan Fouts.
Fouts. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I couldn't remember the name, but I could picture the jersey.
Ken Anderson is honorable mention there. Steve Grogan. All right, number 15.
Oof.
Joe Montana.
Number 15.
No, he's not 15.
He was
16.
Yeah.
He'll take 16.
And he was 19 for Kansas City.
That's right. 17 season quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. 4 Pro Bowl appearances.
Bart Starr.
Yes, it is. One of the winningest quarterbacks in it. Montana is the best at 16.
Yes, my bad.
17.
17.
No, Ryan Tannehill wears 17.
Dave Craig or something? Or
He
no?
is in the honorable mention.
Who else was 17? Huh. Oh, I don't know, Jay. Who do you got?
Phillip Rivers.
It's Phillip Rivers.
Oh.
Number 18.
Peyton Manning.
Yeah. Number 19.
Johnny Unitas.
Gosh, yeah, you got it. Honorable mention, Lance Allworth and Keyshawn Johnson. 20.
Barry Sanders.
Yeah.
21.
Deion Sanders.
Prime.
22.
Emmett Smith.
Emmett Smith.
You sure it's not Bob Hayes?
No, it's Emmett Smith.
All right. Now it's just going to get hard out there.
23. Devin Hester.
Oh, honorable mention, but they gave it to Eagles cornerback Troy Vincent.
Okay. And yeah, it will get very
24,
difficult
yeah,
from
Ty Law.
Come on, let's keep going.
Well, we only have a few minutes before we have to take a break, and then we're going to come back and do our thing. 26, Matsui.
How about
Brian?
Let's get into the running back. At
26 should be the safety from Pittsburgh.
Palomalu.
Nope, you're right. Defensive back, 17 season for the Steelers.
Oh,
also played for the 49ers, the Ravens, and the Raiders.
What's his name?
What's his name? Rod Woodson.
Yeah.
Woodson.
27, another defensive back, played for Denver.
Atwell.
Yep. 28, another defensive back for the Washington Redskins.
That would have been Darryl Green.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
Now, 29. Now we're going to start running some running backs here.
29 would be Eric Dickerson.
Eric Dickerson. Number 30, running back.
30 would be
Denver. Terrell Davis.
Yep.
Yep.
I just heard something today that Terrell Davis for years dealt with migraines, and they eventually got.
You don't remember that when he was playing? He talked about it all the time when he was playing.
The thing is that he won. He was a Super Bowl MVP, and he sat out an entire quarter because of that migraine.
Yeah.
And
Well, they thought too that it might have something to do with his braces.
Oh, now I remember that absolutely. The reason why it was brought up is because the idea that Fields and the epilepsy thing and medication and things, and Alan Fanaka was saying about it. 31 running back.
Priest Holmes.
Yep. 32 running back.
Marcus Allen.
I wish it was OJ. I wish it was Marcus Allen, but this one's
Jim Brown.
It's Jim Brown. Yeah. We sure it's not OJ though? I mean, all right, 33.
Scotty Pippen.
Dorsett.
Roger Craig. What did you say, Scotty
Roger
Pippen?
Craig.
No, it's Tony Dorsett.
I was about to use a bad word on air right
34.
there.
Walter Payton.
Yeah. 35.
Running back for the Giants. 35.
It's a cornerback. Played for Cardinals and the Rams.
Oh, that's Aeneas Williams, isn't it?
Yep. 36.
Brian Westbrook.
No.
The bus.
Yeah.
Jerome.
37. Yeah. All right, we got to take a break.
Larry Washington.
When we come back, we're going to
Rodney Harrison.
do our mock draft. You're going to go, T-Roy, you're going to take the odd teams. Merrick, you're going to take the even teams.
I'm excited.
And in between, I'm going to introduce some trades. If you guys find any that you may like to propose to each other, you can do that as well. But we do have to take a quick break. Go ahead and, sorry, T-Roy. Read that for me. We're right back here. Don't hassle us for local on ESPN 1170 AM.
Since 1934, Tri-City Equipment has been your source for restaurant equipment and value. If you're looking to cater an event or you want to buy something for your home chef, you can try them online at tricityequipment.com or go down to 527 West 4th Street in Davenport and talk to Tara, Kevin, or Kurt, and they can take you around that newly remodeled 2,400 square foot showroom and show you over 1,600 items that they have in stock. Remember, they deliver to all you Quad City residents and match online pricing. So please call them today, 563-322-5382 with any questions. Showroom hours, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Tri-City Equipment, 527 West 4th Street in Davenport.
The Rock says he's gonna make your Rudy Poo candy ass famous. You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah! I said give me a hell yeah!
This is Turk Wendell, and you're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. Now, Town Square has new tools that can help your business stand out and grow today. Go to getlocalcustomersnow.com for a free local market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses in town are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too with Town Square. Plus, be one of the first business owners to sign up with Town Square and receive $500 in free advertising on this radio station. Start growing your business today. Visit getlocalcustomersnow.com. Getlocalcustomersnow.com.
This week at Macy's, save on the comfiest lineup. Update your relax at home and on the go rotation with 20 to 40% off select loungewear for him and her. And refresh your space and prep for warmer nights ahead with great deals on cozy bedding basics. Plus, Macy's Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except gift card services and fees. Sign up today at Macys.com/Star Rewards. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
Shanae and Golick Jr.
Milwaukee built this up the right way. They built it around the superstar and built it as well as you could have, but this is starting to look more and more, should they fall short this year, like Milwaukee becoming a fancy, high-powered version of the Toronto Raptors before Kawhi got there. Meaning you can be the number one seed in the Eastern Conference during the regular season, and you're going to hit an understandable ceiling. Like, they ran into that LeBron James ceiling for years, And for Milwaukee, Giannis may have chosen a bad time to put up in the Eastern Conference and say, I'm going to make my home here, when all of a sudden James Harden and these guys came and decided to make Brooklyn their home.
People want to win now, and at some point, the criticism is going to come to Giannis, unfortunately, because he's been that successful so early. And so, like, well, when are you going to win? Hopefully it's this year, because then it'll quiet all those critics. But I don't know about that with Brooklyn out there and Joel Embiid out there. I don't know about that, though.
Shanae and Golick Jr., 3 to 6 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
Making popcorn for movie night?
Whoa, who are you?
This is your wake-up call from TracFone Wireless. What if every time you tried a new streaming service, you had to buy a new TV?
That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, some wireless companies do that when you switch. Make you buy a new phone.
Right.
But TracFone Wireless lets you keep your phone and your number and your network, and gives you unlimited talk and text starting at $20 a month.
Seriously, who are you?
This is your wake-up call, people. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control. Oh, you're burning it.
Oh, no.
See terms and conditions at TracFone.com.
This is Greeny with Mike Greenberg.
Jerry really screwed this up. He screwed this up. Impulsive billionaires with a penchant for star power. Zeke Elliott and Cabo was the undoing. 2 years ago, Zeke Elliott held out. He withheld his services. And you know how that worked out? He now has a contract that is an albatross, and it is one of the reasons that they were not able to get this deal with Dak Prescott done until a time when Dak had more leverage than any player has ever had in NFL history. And Jerry got that completely wrong because he becomes enamored with star power. And so that's the way it goes. Now, look, do the Cowboys lose their ability to compete because of this? No, of course not. They got the number down this year. Jerry thinks they're a championship team. He may be the only one who thinks that, but he does.
Greeny, 9 till 11 on ESPN 1170.
What girl doesn't dream of getting dressed up in diamonds on her wedding day? With the Something Borrowed program at Dolan Jewelers, dreams do come true. With the purchase of your engagement ring and diamond from Dolan Jewelers, you can borrow up to $25,000 worth of our jewelry to wear on your wedding day, absolutely free. Shop our huge selection of popular engagement rings, as well as his and her wedding bands. Financing is always available, so come visit Dolan Jewelers at 3865 Elmore in Davenport or dolanjewelers.com.
Hey, I'm Andy. If you don't know me, it's probably because I'm not famous. But I did start a men's grooming company called Harry's. The idea for Harry's came out of a frustrating experience I had buying razor blades. Most brands were overpriced, overdesigned, and out of touch. At Harry's, our approach is simple. Here's our secret. We make sharp, durable blades and sell them at honest prices for as low as $2 each. We care about quality so much that we do some crazy things, like buy a world-class German blade factory. Obsessing over every detail means we're confident in offering a 100% quality guarantee. Millions of guys have already made the switch to Harry's, so thank you if you're one of them. And if you're not, we hope you give us a try with this special offer. Get a Harry starter set with a 5-blade razor, weighted handle, shave gel, and a travel cover. All for just $3 plus free shipping. Just go to harrys.com and enter 5510 at checkout. That's harrys.com, code 5510. Enjoy.
There is no off season. The latest NFL news is always on your sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
We are here in the Hassle Castle, you little maniacs, rocking out with Merrick Brave, Jay Foster, and T-Roy. And we're going to do a mock draft.
I never gave my answer to my trivia question.
What was your trivia question?
Who was the pitcher, the Chicago Cubs pitcher that gave up the home run to Mark McGwire to break the record? Who gave up number 62?
Ryan Dumpster.
No.
Oh.
No, it was not.
It wasn't Mitch Williams.
It wasn't. He was not on the team in 1998. No.
It wasn't Carlos Zambrano.
It was not Carlos Zambrano.
It wasn't Kerry Wood.
Not Kerry Wood.
Okay, I don't know that.
Steve Traxel.
I don't remember that guy.
You do remember it?
Remember that guy? Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are gonna do the mock, go back and forth. Troy, you have the odd teams. Merrick, you have the even. In between, I may introduce a trade. You guys let me know if you think about it. If you have a trade that you want to do, you guys can talk amongst yourselves, and we can put it in there. But I do have this. Thanks, Merrick pointed me to this ProFootballNetwork.com/mock draft. So there's a simulator here, and so the trades can go through as well. They can deny him, or they can accept him. So that being said, because there's just not enough mock drafts going on, and what the heck, I enjoy it.
But they're fun.
I think so. I really, we were talking about it yesterday about someone complaining about it, and I just think because the talent is just so deep in this draft, and the names are going to be, the sexy names are in there. It's just not going to be a bunch of defensive linemen or edge rushers. That's what makes it fun. And I really think who's going to go at 3 and I think 4. Those are the pivotal draft picks. Those are the ones you're going to be on your, sitting on the edge of your seat waiting to see what happens here. So, at number 1, T-Roy.
Well, if you're taking Trevor Lawrence, no matter what.
There you go.
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence at number 1. That's a lock. I don't even think. I mean, there's even stories like he's already got the playbook. So.
Well, he probably does.
You can call all you want, but I don't think you're going to. I don't think any of the other teams are going to be able to get up to the 1.
No,
all right. At the 2, the New York Jets. Jets. Jets.
Zach Wilson, quarterback BYU.
That seems to be where they're headed, right?
So it seems.
And
they're going to draft the first 12-year-old quarterback in the history.
He does look like a little kid, doesn't he?
So young.
Ah, darn it.
Looks young, at least.
All right. At number 3, this is where it gets into.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sticking with what I have on my personal mock, and I just kind of I've been watching the film and looking at what I see. I love the size of this dude and the speed and everything else. I'm sticking with Trey Lance.
Trey Lance. All right.
All right. Well, that's where you're at. Now, at 4, this is the pivotal one. Merrick, I'm going to talk to you.
Talk to me.
Phone call. The phone's ringing.
All right.
It's the Broncos.
Okay, from number 9.
That's right. They want to trade up to number 4.
All right.
And I guess since you're odd, T-Roy, you have to kind of do this as well. You're the Broncos, so you tell me if you are into this. You tell me if you accept it, all right? But I'm just giving you a scenario of things that I'm reading and possible trade scenarios, and I just thought it'd be good to throw a wrinkle in there. Broncos want to trade with the Atlanta Falcons. They want to give up their 9. They want to take their 4. They're going to give up the 9, the 3rd, and the 3rd rounder in the 2021 draft, plus their 1st rounder in 2022. T-Roy, is this something that you're interested in as the Broncos?
You're giving up your 2022 first and a 3rd in the 2021?
Yep. You're moving up to 4 from the 9.
Plus pick 9, yeah.
I don't like that.
You don't want to do it.
Denver's not offering?
I don't want to give up.
Yeah, we're kicking tires.
I don't want to give up a 2022 first.
And
I'd rather do this with you.
Ooh.
Atlanta.
Okay, I'm listening.
I'd rather swap ones.
Okay.
And I'll give you my number 2.
So you want
want
pick 4 and you're offering pick 9 and pick 40.
Correct.
Atlanta is going to decline the trade.
Okay.
Atlanta wants their quarterback of the future.
Oh, interesting.
Atlanta wants Justin Fields.
Oh, boy. He's coming home.
1, 2, 3, 4. I think Atlanta.
The first time ever, the quarterbacks go 1 through 4, and the kid from Kennesaw, Georgia.
Like you said, Jay, he's going home. I think he's being knocked in this process, maybe a little too much, a little too unfairly. I think Matt Ryan has been a very good quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, but I think it's time for them to set themselves up for the future, and I think they're going to pass on Kyle Pitts, and they're going to take Justin Fields.
Well, all right. Interesting.
Well, Jay.
The Burrows.
Denver's still kicking tires, aren't they?
Denver can, yeah. If let's see, yeah. Well, yeah.
I'll let you be Cincinnati, and I'll still be Denver. Deal?
Yeah.
I'm going to make you the same offer. For your 5th, I'll give you my 9th and my 40th, Cincinnati.
Okay. What we need to look at here is what are they going to lose here? The possibilities. So at 9, I can miss out on Panay, and I can miss out on Chase, and I don't know if Cincinnati wants to do it.
Those are the 2 guys that they're after. Somebody to protect Burrow or his college pass catcher. After losing AJ Green.
Do you think Denver wants to trade up for Mac? Basically, it's Mac Jones now.
Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Yeah, you're throwing me for a loop here. No. Yes.
I don't think this trade gets offered.
No, I'm not making the trade because and there's no guarantee that my guys are going to be there at 9.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not going to do it. Who's the Bengals taking?
I'm the Bengals,
Mhm.
and man, I have this thought in my head, and I'm going to stick with it. I think they take Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I actually agree with that. And the
First
Dolphins,
non-QB off the board.
And the Dolphins are sitting pretty right now.
And the gamble from trading from 3 to 12 and then back up to 6 pays off. Miami will not be listening to any offers at this pick. They will be taking Kyle Pitts, tight end, Florida.
That makes sense to me. All right. You have the odd, T-Roy. Hold on. Lions are at 7. Patriots are on the phone. Patriots want your number 7. They'll give you their 15. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They'll give you their 15, their 2nd, and their 4th. Plus a 2nd round 2022.
So I get the 15. They're what?
Okay, you're going to move up to 7. Lions are getting...
Yeah, I'm the Lions.
Yep.
You're
getting the 15th, the 2nd, and the 4th in 2021.
What's their second round pick is 46.
Uh-huh.
And their 4th round pick is what?
I'm sorry. If you want me
it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. 4th rounder, plus the 2nd round in 2022. You're going to send me back also you're going to give up your 5th rounder of this year.
Done.
Okay, let me propose that trade, okay?
Okay.
In this little handy-dandy thing we have here. All right, so the Patriots are going to trade with... The Patriots are trading with...
That's a deal.
The Lions.
Patriots move up to number 7.
It worked in your thing?
I'm going to do it right now. All right, next.
Well, didn't Merrick just do it?
I don't know. All right. Did you do it, Merrick?
I didn't.
I have to do it on my thing. 2nd, it's 15. I'm going to give up my 46 and looks like 120, okay?
Yep.
120.
Do they accept?
I'm not done yet. And the 2nd rounder 2022. And I'm going to take your 5th rounder. Well, we'll put that at like the 153 of this year. Let's see. Propose. Confirm. It has been accepted.
All right.
All right.
New
Now back to
England
the sim. New
selects.
England's up at 7.
Mac Jones.
They take Mac Jones, quarterback. So they got their quarterback. All right.
I mean, they didn't do that tonight.
Very interesting.
Wow.
All right. So Carolina on the clock.
Carolina's on the clock. The Washington football team is just called from the 19 position.
And there's no quarterbacks left.
They want to switch out first rounders, and they're going to send you, T-Roy, listen, because you're a 19 here.
Yep.
We're going to switch out first rounders, and they're going to send their number 51 in this year's draft, and their 2nd rounder in 2022. Are you interested in doing that trade, T-Roy? Are you offering that to?
I don't think I need to throw in the 2022.
So you're just saying you want to do.
I want to switch the
8 and 19 for 50. You're going to
19 with the 8, and I'm going to throw you in the 51.
I think that is not enough to move back that many spots. I also think that Carolina is in prime position to address a position of need with maybe one of the top 3 players in this draft. I think Carolina is going to stay put and take Penei Sewell, tackle Oregon.
It's a good job. All right, the Broncos, who have traded down now. Is that it? No, they're at 9. They didn't trade. The trade was not gone through. So who do we have here now at the Broncos at 9?
Well, the Broncos have some needs across the board: tackle, linebacker, cornerback, safety, defensive line. That being said, they have a chance here to make this receiving core elite, and there's no way they're passing on Devontae Smith right now.
Okay. Now the Cowboys.
Denver took Devontae Smith.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
With Jerry Jeudy and Hamler.
Sutton.
And that's a lot of receivers in that room.
Drew's got to get that ball to somebody.
That's Jerry Jeudy, KJ Hamler, Cortland Sutton, and now Devontae Smith. If you're not a Pro Bowl quarterback or a playoff team with those guys catching the ball,
I'm just saying that's pretty elite.
You gotta.
That's
You gotta.
pretty elite. I just don't know how you pass on him at 9. I'm sorry, he's pretty damn good.
Yep.
Number 10.
Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This T-Roy, this is your team.
Yep.
Let's see if I do them all right here.
I think I even know what this is.
I think
Heard it.
Dallas takes Pat Surtain Jr.
Yeah. That's where
his dad played for my team.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
I was watching this.
He was
pro
good.
day. He's very good.
All right. You've got the odd. You've got the even. You're the Giants. Let me know if you want to do this. You're the Bear. Bears are calling the Giants at 11.
Bears are trying to move up.
They're trying to move up from the 20th to the 11th. They're going to offer, you tell me this, if you're okay with this. They're also going to offer their number 52 in 2021 and their second rounder in 2022. What do you think about that?
So 2 second rounders?
Yeah, if you're the Bears, you want to offer that. Yeah, second rounder that you're obviously you're trading out first round picks, and then second rounder this year, second rounder next year.
As the Bears, I'm okay with that trade.
Are the Giants?
Let's see if it works.
Okay.
So Bears are now picking at 11. So does T-Roy get that pick then?
Yeah. Well, no, it still stays at the. We're doing odd just to do that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I know, it gets a little wonky.
So I'll take for Chicago, and you'll take for. If it works, then New York will drop to 20. You'll have the New York pick.
You want to keep it that way? You guys let me know
fine.
what we're
That's
doing.
fine.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna put this in. Give me a second. This is our weekly thing. It would be nice if we had a producer who did this stuff for us. 11, and then I'm sending my 52nd and my 2022. So I proposed the trade.
I feel like that might get declined.
Nope, it was accepted.
All right, here we go.
Wow.
All right, so who's drafting here?
Bears. I am.
You're gonna draft. You're gonna move. Wait,
Bears
yeah,
move
you're
up
gonna,
to
you're
11.
still. So you're still gonna stay at the odd then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stick with the odds, and I'm just moving around. And then New York Giants move back down to 20.
So what are the Bears gonna do here in this situation? Because now the
Bears wanted
quarterbacks
to
are
trade
gone
up.
now.
Quarterbacks are gone, but
you got some players who can help out your quarterback from a couple different spots on offense.
yeah, you certainly do. I think they're taking Jalen Waddle here.
Oh,
Jalen Waddle, go pass catcher.
all right.
Wow. All right.
At number 12, it's the Eagles.
All right. Philadelphia Eagles. I think the Eagles were disappointed that they were unable to get one of the big 3 wide receivers. I think they would have been very happy to take Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle here. I think they think about possibly taking the number 4 wide receiver on most people's boards, Rashad Bateman from Minnesota. But I think instead they're going to stick here. They're going to add some secondary help, and they're going to take J.C. Horn, cornerback, South Carolina.
Right, and the reason I went with Chicago top needs, Jay. There was 3 of them that hit all criteria: quarterback, wide receiver, O-line. I just feel they're moving that up that far to get a playmaker.
I agree because they're not going to franchise Allen Robinson for a second year.
Right.
So you might have your next wide
why
receiver face of the franchise.
I think the Chargers are super stoked with who's available to them here.
Yes, and without blinking an eye, they run to the board and they're taking Rashawn Slater.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. The Vikings.
Minnesota Vikings.
14.
Let's see. What do the Vikings need? Edge rusher, maybe a little early for one of those. I don't know if there's any guards who are, available at this spot. They're kind of upset that both the top tackles are off the board. Let's see. I think they're going to go with an edge player here. They are going to bite the bullet. They're going to draft themselves Jalen Phillips. Edge rusher, Miami. He has serious injury and health concerns. Multiple concussions had him retiring from college football. He transferred from UCLA to Miami. But if you're looking at pure talent, Jalen Phillips is easily the best edge rusher in this class. They're going to roll the dice.
Oh, yeah. And this is the guy that retired and then came back?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, like this guy, if it didn't have the background, he'd be
6'6",
easily
260, and he's fast and strong and powerful, productive as well. I think Jalen Phillips, they're going to swing for the fences here, and hopefully they hit a home run. But they could very easily strike out with this pick, too.
All right, T-Roy, you've made a trade.
Yep, Detroit has moved down here,
and this is the future of Detroit, as they say that they are in a rebuilding year, but they're act like they're not in a rebuilding year. I don't know. I don't like it when press conferences don't really add up to what the other one says. But this is the beginning of the rebuilding at 15.
All right, this new general manager here, I think he kind of has an idea of what he needs, what he wants. There are some needs out there that they could have addressed if they stayed at 7. I think the top wideouts are gone, and they got some compensation on that. I think they're getting New England's 46.
Yep.
So here, I believe they take the best linebacker in the class, and I think they take Micah Parsons.
Actually, I agree with that as well. Especially if the quarterback, he wants to be known as a smash mouth type of team, take no crap, whatever else. We're going to be the new bullies of the division. I think that's a good start right there. 16, the Cardinals.
I think the Cardinals might be looking for Larry Fitzgerald's replacement here. I think they'll be happy to take Rashad Bateman, wide receiver, Minnesota.
Ooh. Another Minnesota player.
Yep, you replace one with the other.
Here we go, the Raiders.
The Raiders. Boy, you left a lot there for them. I think here we've seen them do a lot of training of their offensive line. I think here they take Elijah Vera Tucker.
Okay. All right. Well, you've got the even ones, and this also includes your Dolphins here at the 18. The Browns are on the phone with the Dolphins.
What are you offering?
Well, they want your 18. They're going to give you their 26th. All right.
Mm-hmm.
They're offering third. They're also giving up their 3rd and 6th round of this year's draft. Okay. Miami's going to send back their 5th rounder of 2022. So Browns want your 5th rounder of 2022 and your 18th overall pick in the first round. They're going to give you their 26th overall pick and their 3rd round and 6th round of this year's draft.
Miami would like to know who Cleveland's interested in at this pick.
That's a great point. T-Ray, who would Cleveland be interested in, depending on
right now, Cleveland's
needs
are defensive end and defensive line.
So they're looking at
possibly Kwity Paye or possibly Christian Barmore.
Or Azeez Ojulari.
Azeez Ojulari is up there. So is Gregory Rousseau on defensive end.
Here's where Miami's at here.
If they go linebacker, they're probably looking at Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Miami does not want to move behind the Jets or the Steelers because Miami wants a running back here. Miami's not opposed to moving back, but it will not go further than pick 22.
That makes sense.
Unless anyone's calling between Washington, the Giants, Indianapolis, and Tennessee, Miami's gonna stick where they're at right now.
That leaves a question to this, T. Roy. Washington, Giants, Colts, Tennessee. Do any of them need defensive line or defensive line or linebacker help?
Also, we still have an offensive tackle that's highly rated.
Yeah,
here.
that's true too.
Christian Darrisaw.
Yeah, I don't see any of those teams moving up to 18.
Okay, Dolphins are standing pat.
Miami's going to stick
talent,
here.
Yeah.
Miami's going to take Najee Harris, running back, Alabama.
Interesting.
First running back off the board.
Washington football team.
Well, Jay, I have them down for offensive tackle and safety needs as their 2 top. And I believe that they reach here and they take Christian Darrisaw.
Yeah. Best player probably still on the board. Sounds about right. The New York Giants.
Giants need some edge help. Looking for a rusher here. They're going to take Azeez Ojulari from Georgia. Who'd you take at 19? I'm sorry?
Christian Darrisaw.
All right.
Let's see. That'll be a good time to take a break here at 20. We've only got 12 more picks in the first round. We need to take our first break of the second hour. T. Roy, if you want to grab that over there for me and read that for the people here.
All right, Front Street Brewery is the oldest brew pub in Iowa, and it's been nestled right along the bank of the mighty Mississippi since '92. Jay and I have been hanging out there on Fridays here recently, and they have great beers, man. The brand new Lucy Juicy is coming out. Cannot wait to get that on tap at a couple of the places. So please stop down and check them out today at the restaurant, 208 East River Drive, or the tap room in the Freight House Complex. Those are our friends at Front Street Brewery.
I've been earning and burning, snapping necks and cashing.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is Rachel Alger with St. Ambrose University, and you are listening to Don't Hassle Us, We're Local.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. Now, Town Square has new tools that can help your business stand out and grow today. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free local market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses in town are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too with Town Square. Plus, be one of the first business owners to sign up with Town Square and receive $500 in free advertising on this radio station. Start growing your business today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. That's GetLocalCustomersNow.com.
We need the forklift over here.
Indeed knows unexpected growth can stretch your business thin.
Okay, those molds need to be adjusted. The shippers are coming at noon, so we got to get this done.
Like at Dennis's plastic startup, to stay flexible, he needs to get started hiring right away.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. And the moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first sponsored job post. Terms and conditions apply.
Making popcorn for movie night?
Whoa, who are you?
This is your wake-up call from TracFone Wireless. What if every time you tried a new streaming service, you had to buy a new TV?
That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, some wireless companies do that when you switch. Make you buy a new phone.
Right.
But TracFone Wireless lets you keep your phone and your number and your network and gives you unlimited talk and text starting at $20 a month.
Seriously, who are you?
This is your wake-up call, people. TracFone Wireless. Now you're in control. Oh, you're burning it.
Oh, no.
See terms and conditions at TracFone.com.
Spring into savings now at Tyson's. Our garden centers are now open and stocked with your favorite plants and garden necessities. Now through April 25th, shop at Tyson's and save on hundreds of products. Save 20% on garden planters and pottery, available in ceramic, metal, plastic, and more. Add a little color to your yard with 10-inch spring hanging baskets, now only $9.99. Take advantage of 20% savings on rhododendrons, azaleas, lilacs, and evergreens. Get your garden growing right with a new raised bed. Assorted sizes now 20% off. Tyson's, home, farm, auto.
Two Men in a Truck believes every mom should be celebrated on Mother's Day. That's why Two Men in a Truck has initiated Movers for Moms. And they're hosting their first dodgeball tournament on May 2nd at the TBK Sports Complex. From noon to 4, you can help raise funds for women under the care of Family Resources. Physical donations and all proceeds will be donated on Mother's Day. To donate items or to find out how you can participate in this year's game, call or text 563-459-9370.
Car old? Need it sold? That's right, it's back. We missed you, Quad Cities. Arrowhead Ranch is ready to spring into savings with their auto auction on May 15th. Or donate your car, truck, or SUV. And if you live within 40 miles of Coal Valley, they'll even pick it up, even if it doesn't run. All donations are tax deductible. Call 309-799-7044 or visit arrowheadyouth.org for registration details. Get a great deal on a used car this spring with the Arrowhead Ranch Auto Auction May 15th.
I'm Kyle Montgomery with NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network. The Eagles declined to name Jalen Hurts their starting quarterback Wednesday. New head coach Nick Sirianni said the early offseason process and desire for competition at every position is the reason he wouldn't declare Hurts the starter. Jaguars GM Trent Baalke said the Jags have fielded calls for the #1 overall pick, but they'll hold on to the selection. Clemson QB Trevor Lawrence is widely expected to be taken by Jacksonville. Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields has confirmed to NFL teams during the pre-draft process that he's managing epilepsy, according to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero. Doctors do expect Fields to outgrow his condition. It'll be history in the making as the future stars of the NFL take center stage live from Cleveland. The 2021 NFL Draft presented by Verizon starts Thursday, April 29th in prime time on NFL Network, ABC, and ESPN. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
What's in store for your business this week at Staples?
Printing you new signs for the times.
Get back to business with custom printed signs and sales materials. Staples has hundreds of designs to choose from, or just upload your own.
And now at Staples, get 15% off signs, posters, or decals when you spend $75 or more.
Some items printed same day when ordered before 2 p.m.
Save big on custom printing at Staples.
Ends 5/29/21. Exclusions apply. Limit one offer per customer. See store associate or visit staples.com/signage for details.
Together we can learn, educate ourselves, and make a difference for our communities in need during this year's NFL Draft. Join players, teams, and fans from around the country in the NFL Draft-a-thon, a 2-day live stream and virtual fundraiser focusing on real issues facing our hardest-hit communities today. It all starts Thursday, April 29th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Visit NFL.com/draftathon to watch and find out how you can join the NFL's pandemic recovery efforts.
From the Vegas Gaming Cafe, this is the Quad Cities sports leader, ESPN 1170 AM, KBLB Davenport, a town square media station.
All right, everybody, we're back here in the Hassle Castle. Thanks for tuning in again. We're in the middle of a mock draft back and forth with Merrick and T-Roy.
Yeah, we are doing a mock draft and made a couple trades here, but just to recap real fast, round one, that's all we're doing is round one, but Trevor Lawrence went 1, Zach Wilson went 2, Trey Lance went 3, Justin Fields went 4. First time in NFL history that quarterbacks go 1 through 4. Jamar Chase goes at 5, Kyle Pitts at 6, Mac Jones, after the Patriots have traded up, they take him. Penei Sewell goes at 8 to the Panthers. At number 9, Devontae Smith goes to the Broncos. At 10, the Cowboys take Patrick Surtain. At 11, the Bears traded up, and they got Jalen Waddle. At 12, J.C. Horn for cornerback goes to the Eagles. 13, Chargers took Rashawn Slater. At 14, the Vikings took Jalen Phillips. And at 15, the Lions took Micah Parsons. Cardinals took Rashad Bateman, wide receiver out of Minnesota. Raiders took Elijah Vera-Tucker, offensive guard from USC at 17. At 18, Najee Harris goes to the Miami Dolphins. 19, Christian Darrisaw to the football team located in Washington. And the New York Giants at 20 took Azeez Ojulari. So how we're doing this is T-Roy's taking the odd numbers, Merrick's taking the even numbers. So we're up to 21. It is the Colts. I do have a phone call for you, T-Roy.
Okay.
It's the Packers.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Packers want to trade up to 21 from 29. And they're going to also send you both of their fourth rounders in 2021.
I'm not interested.
You're not interested. Okay. You are not interested in 3 picks.
No.
Well, 2 extra picks, I guess. Okay. So what are the Colts taking at 21?
The Colts have some needs here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this guy would have been at the top of the cornerback list if it hadn't been for a surgery. I feel they're taking Caleb Farley at this pick.
Farley.
Interesting. Yeah.
That cornerback, and wide receiver are their 2 top needs I have.
All right. Caleb Farley is off the board at 21. Now we're going to 22, the Tennessee Titans.
I think Tennessee was very upset to see Farley go off the board before they picked, so they will settle for their consolation prize of Greg Newsome, cornerback, Northwestern.
The Jets with their second pick.
Well, the Jets have a lot of needs. Obviously, they dressed Zach Wilson. They are also in need of wide receiver help, cornerback help, edge help, and running back help. They still have the number 34 overall pick coming up. I think here, I feel they take the guy some have as the top edge rusher in this draft. I feel they're taking Kwity Paye.
All right. The Steelers. I think I know where they're going with this.
Steelers.
From what I've heard about them.
When have the Steelers been at their best? When they have been able to run the ball, play defense. Now, they do have some good receivers, but Big Ben is old and his arm could be shot Pittsburgh wants a new running back. James Conner just signed with Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh will be taking Travis Etienne, running back.
Exactly where I thought that was going. So, sounds good. At 25, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, Jacksonville, they got Trevor Lawrence at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now they need to protect him.
Okay.
They are going to take the next best tackle in this draft. They're taking Jalen Mayfield.
All right.
Mayfield.
Offense tackle. Jalen Mayfield. What? Where do I have him at? Hold on. I have to type it in here. Come on. Jalen Mayfield. There we go. Okay, offensive tackle. Pro Football Focus has him way down. Pro Football Network has him way down there. T-Ry.
Do they?
They do. Sorry, I brought that up. Yeah, they do. All right.
Well,
at 26, the Cleveland Browns.
Cleveland Browns just signed Jadeveon Clowney.
Mm-hmm.
Not really in the edge rusher market anymore, in my opinion. Instead, they will look to shore up their linebacking core by taking Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from Notre Dame.
Notre Dame. Very good. Baltimore Ravens at 27, T-Ray.
Wow, this is really changing quickly.
What?
Some of these mocks.
You're looking at other mocks?
Yeah.
As you're doing a mock?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I'm trying to see where Jalen Mayfield is at.
Is he dropping?
I don't know.
He's not going that high?
They had him going that high at first. That's why I'm curious.
I don't think you're wrong. I think Jalen Mayfield, and it's a premium position. It's tackle. I think even if he's rated a little bit lower, you might see a team reach on him in the first round.
It's
get
either
that
him or
fifth-year
Tevin
option.
Jenkins that I had, and then it changed, so he might have went down a little bit on this.
Yeah.
It might be a reach, but at 6'5", 319, yeah, he's. And who'd you have Cleveland taking? I'm sorry.
Cleveland took Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Okay, so the Baltimore Ravens, they love safeties, and they love this guy. I think it's either this guy or a defensive end. Man, you know what, Jay? This guy's still on the board. I think they're taking Gregory Rousseau out of Miami.
Okay. There he is. Scroll down a little bit. Being a little temperamental here. So they're
And
gonna.
that's a team that'll get the most out of Rousseau, for sure.
Yeah.
Saints are up at 28.
Saints are happy to see this guy slip. They thought about maybe trading up for him earlier, held off. He came to him anyways. Christian Barmore, defensive tackle, Alabama.
Oh, wow.
What are the Packers going to do here?
What are the Packers going to do?
Draft
here?
Kellen Mond?
Well, this is interesting. There is a lot of talent out there. Packers need help. Wide receiver, linebacker, tackle, cornerback. I think what they want to do is they want to get more help to Mr. Rogers and friends. And who is the best weapon out there still? I believe it's Kadarius Toney.
Oh, I was hoping you'd go Tony here. God, he has some serious off-the-field concerns. I think getting him away from Florida and putting him up in the frozen tundra of Green Bay might be the best thing for the kid. That's a good pick.
Who am I looking for?
Kadarius Toney.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Dude is just, I mean, to
Human
pair him in the
joystick.
slot, he's going to be, it's going to be fun to watch. And
He-
Aaron Rodgers can throw this cat open any day.
Very much is reminiscent of a Percy Harvin, a young, healthy Percy Harvin.
I like the comparisons, especially with the off-field stuff.
30, the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Bills,
Mafia.
kind of a luxury pick here, but a pick that rounds out their offense a little bit. I know they nabbed themselves a running back last year, but he didn't do a whole lot, and I think they might be interested in one Javonte Williams, running back, North Carolina.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, the Kansas City Chiefs. I think here is just a situation, kind of the same thing. They've been rebuilding that offensive line through free agency. So a lot of people thinking, oh, they're going to go tackle here. They're going to go tackle here. No, they're not. They want more weapons for their man. They're taking Terrace Marshall here.
Marshall. Terrace Marshall.
Big body. Big body.
Wide receiver out of LSU.
I got him.
And
Big
fast.
body.
And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Signed everybody, returned everybody back. They have zero needs.
Don't have a lot of needs, no.
Zero needs.
Kind of a luxury pick here.
Kansas City doesn't go O-line there at all? To take care of what they've got?
Look what they did. They got Thuney. They got 3 different guys in free agency.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I don't see them doing it there.
All right. What's Tampa Bay doing here?
I think Tampa Bay has a blueprint. They like to play good defense. They like to get after quarterbacks. They're very comfortable with Tom Brady as the ultimate game manager that he is. They're going to take Joseph Asai, edge rusher from Texas.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's that?
You want to keep going?
Well, it was just that I only put it in for the one round or whatever else, but get the full results here. No, that's interesting. I had never done a mock draft simulator before.
So what does it do? Give you a grade on each team?
It does not.
It
no.
just
there are other sites who will give you a grade based on selections and trades even that you may have made. But for me, as far as these mock draft sites go, Pro Football Network has the smoothest operating system. The trades are realistic. I think a lot of their players are ranked accordingly. For me, and I've tried probably 4 or 5 different sites out over the last couple of years, this is the best one. So shout out to those guys, Pro Football Network, Mock Draft Simulator. Give it a shot. You got 1 week until the first round, which is pretty incredible. We're right there, guys, man. It's like Christmas morning.
This is pretty amazing here. So I'm looking at this as the tankathon.com, and I've been kind of following their stuff. It's not been too bad. And their first 2 are the same as everybody's.
Mm-hmm.
But then as you go moving forward, they have them at 3 taking Mac Jones.
A lot of rumors out there with that.
Yeah. Pitts going at 4, Sewell going at 5, Chase at 6, Devontae Smith 7, Sean Slater 8, Justin Fields 9. Surtain, Waddle, Parsons, Darisaw, Kwity Paye, Trey Lance falling to the Patriots at 15.
I have a feeling that Miami doesn't have Chase ranked as high as other teams might based on his skill set. He doesn't get off press very well. He's a very physical receiver, and he likes to wrestle at the line of scrimmage. The leader in beating press coverage last year, Devontae Smith, former weapon of Tua Tagovailoa. I do think if Pitts is gone at pick 6, Miami will entertain a trade-down offer with Detroit at 7, possibly Denver at 9, because they would be happy to take either Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle. My preference actually is Jalen Waddle just because he is extremely fast, like Tyreek Hill fast. And I think if you can pick up an extra 3rd-round pick or a future 2nd-round pick to do so, moving down to pick 9 would allow you to grab either Smith or Waddle. I believe both may be available there, at least one.
I just, again, to bring up the point of the first 2. First 2, we think it is. 3 is where it's going to get. That's the one you're going to be watching. And then 4, what's Atlanta going to do? And I know we talked yesterday to Adam on the phone. I don't think you're going to see maybe Atlanta. That's about it. But I don't think you're going to see a lot of trades happening before the draft now. I think the night of it will be, but I think the whole Dolphins, 49ers, Eagles thing, I don't think you're going to see anything like that unless it is Atlanta.
Right.
So, and it's an interesting position for Atlanta to be in. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't type of thing. If they can,
I could easily see them going Kyle Pitts. In this mock, I had them taking a quarterback of the future. But yeah, absolutely, they could go Kyle Pitts. Any team, all 32 of these teams would be happy to get Kyle Pitts if the situation was right.
Let me ask you this, and then we'll go to a quick break. You are in a fantasy league, a dynasty fantasy league,
right?
Which you draft rookies. All right. Who are you taking if you have 1, 2, and who's going 1, 2, 3 Just give me your top 5 fantasy draft rookies here.
I think a lot of that does depend on where they land.
Okay.
And the situation they're in. I think, Trevor Lawrence is probably your number 1.
I can't disagree with that. I mean, quarterbacks are primo in fantasy, and he should be able to do pretty well, but you're looking at his future. I would say if you want instantaneous, if you're looking for that pick to be instantaneously a payoff.
It's going to pay off, yeah. Well, it's a dynasty. It's going to pay off for 5 years.
Right. So the guy I think is going to give you the most points for the next 5 years is going to be Najee Harris. And I think that the teams that you think that could take him, the Dolphins, he's going to be a beast there. If he goes to Pittsburgh, he'll be a beast there.
Yep.
Other teams that could possibly take him,
Jets maybe.
The Jets. I still think that new coach is going to be a difference there.
I hope not.
For you, I hope not. I was saying
but he does come with
and at the same
high
time,
regard.
I don't think Baltimore has solved anything in their backfield.
I don't know. J.K. Dobbins had a really, really good rookie season. He was still splitting time with Mark Ingram and Gus Edwards there. I think last year when the Dolphins took cornerback Noah Igbenogany with their 3rd first-round pick, I was livid that they did not take J.K. Dobbins there. I really thought Dobbins would have been the pick.
Another team and you had him taking a running back there at 30, if he falls that far.
Buffalo.
If Najee Harris goes to Buffalo.
Watch out.
Boy, oh boy, that team.
I'd cry.
That's going to be just insanely good team.
Physical, actual
So
team.
I think Najee Harris is the no-brainer out of all these guys, and that's why I got him down as offensive rookie of the year for my prediction.
Very interested to see where Jamar Chase lands in this draft. I think he's going to have a good career. I always say that he's not my pick for Miami. That doesn't mean I believe he's a bad wide receiver. I think he's a fantastic wide receiver. I don't think he's the style of wide receiver that fits Tua's skill set the most. So if you're trying to maximize your rookie quarterback and give him a wide receiver who fits his skill set, Devontae Smith or Jalen Waddle are better picks for Miami. For most teams, Jamar Chase is going to be the answer.
And I like what we saw last year out of Justin Jefferson. So it makes me think that there was definitely some talent coming out of that LSU team.
And there is. I mean, Odell Beckham Jr., Jarvis Landry. You got Terrace Marshall this year.
I feel, too, the other guy that, he's talked about a lot, and the only thing his knock is his size. But Devontae Smith is a special kid, as in it seems to me that he has the right background. He has strong family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he can line
parental
up
support, but what I'm saying is when he lights it up and he scores a touchdown, it very much seems to me like he acts like he's been there before.
The old Barry Sanders.
Yeah, he's just a work ethic dude, and I think it means something. I don't get it. I mean, I'm not against wide receivers that celebrate when they score. Don't get me wrong. But I think it just goes to that point of
he's humble.
Yes.
He's not going to be a diva receiver. He's not going to cause problems in the locker room.
I think everybody got tired of the Terrell Owens of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, Terrell Owens was undeniably one of the best that's ever played the game. But what he brought with it was just
who towed that
pain.
line really well, and he was such a diva, but you never hated it, at least I didn't, was Ocho Cinco, Chad Johnson. I loved him. I loved his antics. I thought he was
never
funny.
was a distraction to his team.
He was a good player.
Yeah.
All of his stuff was done in jest. It was fun.
And I think his injuries kind of took toll on him. But yeah, he was a great player.
Yep. Yeah, man, it's going to be I am so interested in these first, 10, 12 picks or so in this upcoming draft because it's so hard to predict past pick 2 what's going to happen. There's no guarantee, they're definitely taking this guy. Past pick 2, you don't know which quarterback San Francisco wants.
No, we
They
don't.
could want Mac Jones. There's a lot of rumors out there. Peter Schrager still thinks they're taking Mac Jones. A lot of people have moved off that, and they think Trey Lance or Justin Fields is the pick. Yesterday it comes out
Vegas favorite.
and yesterday it comes out that he's dealing with epilepsy and has seizures periodically. And most doctors say that that'll be cleared up by his mid to late 20s, so he shouldn't have to worry about it. But you do wonder if teams maybe got that report and are a little concerned. So you don't know. You don't know. It's a crapshoot everywhere. Atlanta, quarterback or Pitts? I mean, we're not sure.
Fields is definitely a physical specimen. I mean, you see him in the workouts. I mean, the dude's just ripped. 6'3", 220. He's not small.
Nope. Seems like a good kid by all accounts.
Mac Jones does not look like that.
No. Mac Jones is not. No, Mac Jones is very much the Tom Brady body.
He looks big Mac Jones.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I mean, at the same time, it doesn't.
He's an actuary.
Yeah, whatever that means.
All right, we're going to have to take a quick break. First, let me tell you about my friend Tim Hernandez. He's brokered by eXp Realty. He's been involved in the real estate market since 2007 here in the Quad Cities. Tim also is really good at helping you in anything that you want to do for your next real estate transaction. That includes buying and selling a home. But also, if you have investment properties that you're looking into purchasing, contact him. He'll point you in the right direction. Or if you already have investment properties and you need someone to help you manage those properties, Tim can help you at 563-508-7221. And also, he's very, very good at finding the right homes that if you're into that DIY, if you're watching those shows that do the flips and everything else, he's going to get you the best home for that's going to be able to work in your budget and your time that you want to flip that house. You got to give him a call at 563-508-7221. He is brokered and is licensed in both Iowa and Illinois. Remember, he works for eXp Realty. That's Tim Hernandez at 563-508-7221.
We're streaking! We're going up through the quad to the gymnasium. There's more coming.
Frank, get in the car.
Everybody's doing it.
You like that? You like that? Give me a hell yeah. I said give me a hell yeah.
This is UFC Hall of Famer Pat Miletich. You're listening to Don't Hassle Us. We're local.
PointsBet understands that in sports, it pays to be fast. Download the PointsBet app now and use code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Whether you're a bettor or a baller, a sharp or a sharpshooter, if you're making money or just laying money, sports is speed. Luckily, your sports book can keep up. When you bet with PointsBet, you get faster bets, faster withdrawals, and faster rewards at your fingertips. Plus, right now, PointsBet is giving customers the best odds on all pro sports. That's better odds and bigger payouts on our lightning fast app because PointsBet knows every second matters. Time is money and it pays to be fast. PointsBet has the best odds on all pro sports, so download the app now and use code Iowa2K to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. See for yourself why bettors are calling PointsBet innovative, lightning quick, and the reason they have ditched the other books. Download the app now to experience Iowa's premium sportsbook for yourself. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
The Max Kellerman Show. How many people are excellent at their jobs in year 2? Well, not Dave Gettleman. This, as a GM, has been a disaster so far. Who followed a regime that was no good doesn't excuse this. The Giants aren't making progress, not really, barely, if any. And in terms of Daniel Jones and the belief that this isn't fantasy football, you got that right. I don't fantasize about this. Max Kellerman Show. Weekdays at 2 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
If you own a small business, you know how hard it can be to find new customers. Now, Town Square has new tools that can help your business stand out and grow today. Go to GetLocalCustomersNow.com for a free local market competitive analysis that will show you what other businesses in town are doing to find new customers and how you can do it too with Town Square. Plus, be one of the first business owners to sign up with Town Square and receive $500 in free advertising on this radio station. Start growing your business today. Visit GetLocalCustomersNow.com. That's GetLocalCustomersNow.com.
Janae and Golick Jr.
Milwaukee built this up the right way. They built it around the superstar and built it as well as you could have, but this is starting to look more and more, should they fall short this year, like Milwaukee becoming a fancy, high-powered version of the Toronto Raptors before Kawhi got there. Meaning you can be the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference during the regular season, and you're going to hit an understandable ceiling. Like, they ran into that LeBron James ceiling for years, and for Milwaukee, Giannis may have chosen a bad time to put up in the Eastern Conference and say, I'm going to make my home here, when all of a sudden James Harden and these guys came and decided to make Brooklyn their home.
People want to win now, and at some point, the criticism is going to come to Giannis, unfortunately, because he's been that successful so early. And so, like, well, when are you going to win? Hopefully it's this year, because then it'll quiet all those critics. But I don't know about that with Brooklyn out there and Joel Embiid out there. I don't know about that, though.
Janae and Golick Jr. 3 till 6 on the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170.
So you say you're in the market for a truck or sedan. Maybe your family needs a minivan. Perhaps you just want a little coupe. Well, you can find them all at Weber Auto Group. WeberAutoGroup.com.
Visit Weber Auto Group's brand new showroom in Silvis. They have vehicles based on what you want or need this spring savings season. With over 260 vehicles in stock, ride off in the car of your dreams.
WeberAutoGroup.com.
Mike Greenberg. Greeny.
Did you see how much money Fernando Tatis just signed for? 14 years, $340 million. If you have a child with athletic ability, make sure that kid plays baseball. By the way, while you're at it, tie his right arm behind his back and make sure he's left-handed, because then he might become a pitcher.
Greeny, 9 till 11 on ESPN 1170.
Soak up the savings during Power Penny Days at JCPenney. Thursday through Sunday, shop thousands of deals in-store and jcp.com. Like Home Expressions bath towels for only $5. Select kids Arizona graphic tees for $6. And select women's St. John's Bay tees for $7. Plus, get an extra 25% off your purchase with coupon. Shop the hottest prices of the season at Power Penny Days. JCPenney. Offers and coupon valid 4/22 to 4/25. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
It's not okay to live life feeling lousy when you can fix it. Limitless Mail has helped thousands of men erase lousy symptoms like trouble sleeping, no energy, loss of muscle mass, poor concentration, belly fat, low sex drive, depression. These are signs of low testosterone that can be eliminated. Take the quiz and schedule your complimentary consult at limitlessmail.com. The men's health experts. Insurance accepted.
Download the ESPN 1170 app today and never miss a thing. From the Quad City Sports Leader, ESPN 1170 AM.
Happy Earth Day, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome back. And happy birthday to Huggy Bear.
Oh, happy birthday.
Yeah, he's probably 60 years old today, something like that. He's getting old. He's up there. But, yeah, maybe one of his cronies will tell him I brought him up again.
Well, we're getting near the end of the show. Let's see here. If you haven't been following Craphead Hasslers on Twitter lately, they've been doing some questions of the day, which have been pretty good. So I'll ask you guys these questions on the air. Okay? Yesterday it was, would you rather be able to, and there were three things, all right? Make 100 straight free throws, make 50 straight three-pointers, or windmill dunk.
Would I rather?
Yeah, what would you rather be able to do?
Dunk. Yeah. Chicks
It's
dig
just one.
the dunks.
Just
Wait,
one.
just one dunk
Well, I mean, it's
ever?
probably it's one sitting, so it's one afternoon. So if I were to go to the fit, what would I hang my hat on? 100 straight free throws? It'd be windmill dunk, right? Yeah.
You
Because
have
you'd
to.
videotape. I mean,
And
cool
you would get
to do,
that
like,
feeling
the
for
free
the rest
throws.
of your life. We've all been on a hot streak, okay? I can't say I've ever sunk 100 free throws
I know, I
consecutively.
have not in my lifetime. sunk 100 free throws.
But I have also never been able to dunk in my lifetime.
I have not been able
and
to
I'm
do
not
that
a short
either.
guy. I just don't have those hops.
I do not have those.
But, yeah, I would dunk.
I feel like I've made 50 three-pointers in my lifetime.
Well, what would you rather be able to do? Hit a home run in a Major League Park or be able to dunk?
Hit a home run in Major League Park.
But consistently. How often are you going to be able to show off the skill of hitting a home run in a Major League Park? I'm saying you don't do it one time. You could do it for the rest of your life.
What? I'm just saying, if I have a video,
I
I'm
changed
showing
the
people.
question.
I'm showing my friends, the video of me hitting a home run in Major League Park, not of me windmill dunking.
But I'm telling you, for the
I'll
rest
tell
of
you what,
your
Jay,
life,
for
you would be able to
way
dunk.
more impressive for you to do windmill.
It probably would be more impressive. To have
Everybody
that
would be like,
in my back.
wow, Spud Webb's back.
Muggsy Bogues.
Oh, you haven't heard that story? Oh, I just happen to have the video here.
That's pretty amazing.
I mean, I think you and Spud Webb are about the same height.
We are the same height, yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think even if you can do it for the rest of your life, you have to go dunk, because how often do you get an opportunity to hit in a Major League Park?
Yeah.
You're not going to get to showcase that skill.
Yeah, you can just walk up in any park, do your little windmill dunk.
Yeah,
Boom! And then just look at everyone, don't say a word, and walk
Everybody
off.
would be like, I didn't know Frodo could dunk.
just come around, just be down at East Village, And just out of nowhere, just come running, pick up the ball, dunk, and just turn around.
Pass me the rock.
Yeah, I've done it before.
I
also
this
have a
wasn't
video in case you guys want to see it real quick.
This wasn't a dunk. I was dropping my oldest off at kindergarten when he was a little bit younger, and as we were walking in, there were two kids playing basketball in the parking lot, and I was in a good mood that day, and I was like, "Hey, pass me the ball." And they passed me the ball, and I shot, which would be the equivalent of like a half-court shot. Swished it, did it. I looked at him, gave him the Jordan shoulder shrug, and just kept walking. And that you could just hear them both, wow, oh my God. And I was like, that was the coolest moment of my life.
Okay, the question that was posted just 5 hours ago. What specialist would you rather be? There's 4.
Gynecologist.
Not one of them.
That's not even how you pronounce that.
Late inning pinch runner to steal a base. A kicker. Bench player who comes off the bench to use up his fouls.
Oh.
Or the hockey enforcer. What specialist would you rather be?
Dude, you're getting a kicker.
But wait, are you good at it though?
Yeah.
Did it say
you got to be good
you're
at
gonna
it.
steal the base. Obviously you're a specialist, so that means
I think I'm gonna be the enforcer. I think I just want to beat the crap out of people.
In hockey?
Shit, I'm kicking that ball, and I'm going out, and let's just say I'm single. I'm going out and having some drinks with the ladies.
You're a kicker, though.
Hey, I just won the Super Bowl. I'm Adam Vinatieri.
What numbers can kickers wear now? Can they go to 99 like in college?
0 through 19.
So they can't wear 99 like in college.
I'd wear number 1.
There's 0 through kickers.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna be the enforcer because those dudes are cool.
The
I
fouler
certainly
and the
don't want.
enforcer are
I don't
tied.
want to be the guy eating up fouls.
Yeah, but that's
terrible.
That's boring.
I was really good at that at the Fit.
Yeah, but
that doesn't mean you're good.
Yeah, that's not really a skill. Anyone can do that.
That's true. That's not a specialist.
You already have that skill.
Yeah, I mean,
that's true.
Exactly.
No, I would pick kicker. That's for certain. I mean, that's what we're grooming my son to be.
You gotta wear a weird shoe.
That's perfect. I want to wear that. I'm going to cut my toes off.
I want to get iced, and then I turn around and I look at the other team and I blow kisses or whatever else.
Light up a cigarette on the field.
Yeah, just get a heater going.
Thanks, I needed a smoke break.
I want to be the kicker, and then that way, like every so often on kickoffs, I get to tackle somebody.
Oh, and then and then the coach goes, "Don't ever do that again."
Like a Pat McAfee situation.
Yeah.
Jeez, that guy's got it made. He's done good for himself.
Yeah.
I'd want to be a kicker. It'd be cool to like.
I mean, the hockey thing. I watched this really cool hockey documentary about.
Was it the Mighty Ducks? That's not a documentary.
No, Jay. No. It was about that guy that played for the Red Wings back in the 80s. Dang it!
How?
No.
Stan Mikita.
No,
I don't know.
Stop it.
I'm thinking of Happy Gilmore, and I want to hold the record for the only person to ever take off his skate and attempt to stab somebody.
Robert. Dang it! What is his name? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I don't know.
Probert.
Okay.
Bob Probert.
Okay.
He went in to play for the Blackhawks too. That's a crazy story, man. It's on Netflix. Watch it. It's called Tough Guy.
I just got done. I'm not done. They're slowly reaching out episodes of The Circle on Netflix.
Oh,
I'm busy.
I'm all in on that, too. All in on that.
This show, I tell you what.
Did you watch the Circle Brazil, where it's all in Portuguese? I did.
You did?
I watched every single... It was better than the first season of the Circle America. It really was.
But you have to read
those people were... You have to read the entire thing. It's all in Portuguese.
You ever watch City of God? That's another good one. It's all Portuguese, too.
I am interested, and I will watch because I have HBO Max. It's free. I will watch Mortal Kombat when it comes out.
Yes.
Tomorrow night, that's locked in.
You know what I've been watching on HBO Max? Is Titans.
That's right.
And I am into season 2 now.
You are?
Yeah.
You're really hammering through that.
Oh, yeah.
It's dark, though. We talked a little bit about it.
It is. There's cussing and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat's going to be interesting tomorrow.
Yep.
That's on the docket to watch.
King Kong Godzilla's only out for another 3 more days or something like that.
God, get rid of it.
I did watch it
What?
after.
You didn't like it?
No.
I watched
King Kong got screwed out of the victory? Yeah.
The whole thing is really bad, and you were on last time when we talked about it. We didn't get too into it, and I don't care if we're giving. We only got less than a minute anyway. The whole thing is just like a ripoff of Batman versus Superman, and it was just really, really bad. Like that's taking Transformers to a really crappy level. Like, what? Hold on a second. Are we just going to just be like it's okay that they're fighting? And where's all the people in Japan? Where do they? Or Hong Kong?
Well, they're dead now.
Oh yeah, they got squashed by a lizard foot.
The death count is insane of this. That would have happened.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna watch this movie and not think about these people?
I think that's what we do as Americans.
We just don't care since it's in Hong Kong. We're like,
as long as we're okay.
Yeah.
You know, in the first
If it was
Godzilla,
Albuquerque,
they
this is terrible.
knocked out San Francisco. So,
see,
you know,
we
really
can't
didn't
have
miss
that.
much there.
We can't have that at all. All right. Well,
Except
Merrick,
for
thank you
Emily.
so much for coming. Quick, tell them about the live show tomorrow.
SCW Pro Saturday night at the Beer Stube, 7 p.m. Tickets $10. Our first live wrestling event since last September. Come check us out. Tickets are available at the door. Again, it's the Beer Stube in Moline, Illinois, 7 p.m. Saturday night. It's going to be a good time.
All right, tomorrow on the show, we're going to have Tom Kakert on in the second half. We're going to talk a lot about the transfer portal and the spring game that happened over the past weekend. You guys enjoy the weather. Have a safe and sanitized Thursday. Enjoy yourselves, Quad Cities. We will see you tomorrow.
Peace.